Okay, Mount Rushmore of worst people on public transportation. Hank, since he has gone solo, has put back-to-back 13% votes.
Ooh. Consistent.
Today was 12.
12? Oh, 13 then 12. So he's getting worse.
Jake was such an alpha move right there, being factually correct, but completely unnecessarily burying Hank.
This is the penultimate Mount Rushmore.
Okay, penultimate Mount Rushmore. Who should we have go first? I think maybe
we've got a deep roster. I think.
Yeah, maybe
on
have
ours, right?
Hank and maybe go Hank and then Jilly and then us.
If Hank has bullets himself again, then you give Hank as much rope as he wants, and he'll just hang himself. So yeah, go ahead, Hank.
I actually had someone text me who's a friend of mine who's listens to the show but not super into the internet. He's like, did he pick the terrorist organization? Like, no, he picked Hezbollah. So that's how bad the pick was.
Hezbollah.
Worst people on public transport. ISIS.
Come on, let's go. Hank.
I mean, you could make the argument.
That's actually that's actually a good fuck.
I can't believe I gave it away.
We gave that away.
The person who plays music with no headphones.
Okay. Good choice.
Thank you.
Good choice.
Hank's so on edge right now.
No, I'm not.
You're looking around. You got the shifty eyes.
I don't have an edge. I've lost my edge.
You're dull.
You've no edge left?
I'm edgeless.
You're smooth.
Damn. What's happened to our boy? Someone tweeted me this morning. PFT was like, when Mount Rushmore season's over, will you stop bullying Hank? And I was like, he tweeted both of us. I was like, no.
Hank bullies himself.
Yeah.
No, I mean, listen, I don't have an edge, and I'm excited for football to come back, and positive vibes and all that shit. But you guys destroyed Mount Rushmore forever. You took a bunch of dynamite and blew it up last year.
I think this has been an incredible Mount Rushmore season.
When you threw the pizza toppings Mount Rushmore, you turned Mount Rushmore into the Live tour.
Okay.
This is just an exhibition, and that's fine.
I noticed that your reasons for us ruining Mount Rushmore have changed.
No, that's always been it.
Oh, that. Okay.
I
think this has been a very funny, very good Mount Rushmore season.
Yeah, but whatever. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's been great. The feedback that we've gotten has been tremendous.
I agree. I'm happy. If you guys are happy, I'm happy.
Okay, then Hank's happy.
Great. Hank, you're happier than all of us.
Are you happy?
Yeah, really
I'm very happy.
And I'm
super
thrilled.
happy.
Are you happy, Billy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Billy, you've put up 2 dubs in the last 16.
Max, are you happy?
I'm the most happy.
Yeah, okay, not with Hank anymore.
Yeah, sounds like the vibes are great here. We're all happy.
Thinking of taking terrorists for the first pick.
I mean, it's not a bad pick.
I kind of want to go with it.
Okay.
They are the worst people on public transport.
No, that is not our pick.
Okay, what is your pick?
Who's the alpha on this team, Billy?
Max, did any stick out to you? I feel like they're all pretty similar.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
if I was hitting a sourpuss, I'd say maybe figure this out before we start recording. But I'm not going to say that. I'm happy you guys are just doing this live.
Mm-hmm.
Hank's just angry because he's losing. We're going to go with...
Tune into the disc golf video today.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Talk about it.
When is that coming out?
It comes out. It's out now. If you're listening or watching, it's already out.
It's
talk about happy times.
It's so much worse than I remembered it. It's so bad.
I've never seen Hank and Jake at more odds than this video.
Nice layup.
He literally picked it up.
Shut the fuck up.
All you guys do is accuse people of cheating. Worry about your own game.
We're not accusing people of cheating. We're just keeping them honest.
No,
and you guys have a proven track record of being dishonest.
You accuse me of cheating. That's just say it all.
I'm like trolling, but Jake just can't. Like, he takes it so seriously.
No, that's how they play. Hank accuses us of cheating, but he's the worst sport ever. So it's so funny.
I mean, you guys were trying to cheat. You guys were trying to cheat.
Echolocation.
It was
great. The
so
AWLs will love it.
It was so great too because it was. I remember vividly. It was the end of Grit Week, and I was just like ready to go home and see my family.
It was the very last day, like right before we went to the plane. So everyone was so on edge, and like it was legitimate tension. It was legitimate tension.
Because I was like watching these guys just go at each other.
I wasn't on edge at all, but I think Jake was a little on edge because he didn't have as much water as he would have liked.
My camelback broke right before.
Yeah, so Jake had to make do playing like 9 holes of mini golf with 2 giant water bottles. And he was stressed out about that.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Stressed out about the sun.
It's a terrible spot to be in.
Yeah. And Jake, Jake is he's not really a road dog. There are things about road life that I think affect Jake's day-to-day schedules more than it affects really messy, unorganized people like myself.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of this, he was on edge, and Hank knows exactly how to get under his skin, and also vice versa. So check it out.
It was great. I think there was a moment where I talked to PFT on the side, and I was just like, Jake, it hasn't been on 7 grit weeks. You know, at the end of grit week, you just got to just kind of shut up and go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were good right afterwards. So
Were you?
great.
we're great.
We're happy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Everyone's
Your
happy.
second pick.
Yeah. All right.
By the way, this entire conversation, the entire time, Billy's just been thinking about terrorists on a fucking train in his head. Wow, he's been Mark Wahlberg himself, being like, "I'd take him down so fast." Okay, here we go.
All right. We're gonna go with person who talks on the phone on speaker.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, it's just so
Good
unnecessary,
pick.
and no one cares
That
about
was
your
our
conversation.
second pick too.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we want to do? I think we
We
got to
go
go
terrorists?
our one. Yeah, let's go terrorists.
Yeah, we'll go
Fuck,
terrorists.
I told you we should have gone terrorists.
Terrorists are by
Terrorists.
far the worst people.
I can't believe that you guys didn't take terrorists. Like, there's nothing worse than terrorists.
A terrorist on a public transportation, really bad time.
Yeah.
Just a really, really bad time. Okay, and then our second pick will be the guy who poops. And you get on the train and it just smells like shit. And it's just like, oh, fuck. You always show up on that train. You're like, oh, nice. A lot of seats.
Jersey Jerry.
No,
Yeah, well, it could be. Yeah. No, he
but
did.
I think we were thinking of the
Yeah.
guy that maybe has already pooped when you get on the train. You're
Right.
like, oh, that's
Yeah,
why
that's
nobody
the people
is.
that got on the train after Jersey Jerry.
No
Yes.
one's at that end of the train.
Right.
And
You
that's
hop
why.
on, you're like, free seat. And then you get on and you're like, oh, fuck. That's why no one's sitting near here, because there's poop. So, yeah, Jersey Jerry.
I can't believe you guys talked me out of terrorists.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great pick by us.
I honestly don't think that we need to pick again. I
Yeah.
think terrorist and poop guy.
How can you say, like, what would you say? Like, oh, no, this person is listening to music too loud. Oh, no, this person's trying to kill us all. Which one's worse?
What kind of music is it?
Okay, your second
I'm
pick.
actually taking charge of this next one. Drunk and disorderly puker.
Yes,
The
good
drunk
pick.
guy who pukes on the train.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a cousin of the poop guy.
Yeah.
where you're just like, well, this ruins the whole train car.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
Have you ever been that guy?
Have you ever been that guy?
That was a yes. That was an extreme. No, I
No,
haven't.
Good job,
I'm
Billy.
polite. I go between the cars and puke and pee and poop
Nice.
because I, risk my life.
That's illegal.
When are you big on the laws?
Yeah,
Fair
true.
point.
Okay, Hank.
Um,
Yeah, you wish you had terrorists.
no, I know, and I want to say something else, but now I'm like, I
Oh.
don't want to like go over the top.
Well, just
What could be more over the
go
top?
over the top.
Rapists.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, but it's going to look bad being the second pick that you had.
Yeah, that's true. You
Wait,
in
is it-
Hank's order of crimes: listening to music too loudly, rape.
No headphones. Yeah, no, that whatever.
By the way, can I? Because we're in the trust tree. This is weird to say right after you said rapist is your pick, but I've caught myself a couple times not having headphones and listening. Like, I don't do it on the train, but walking down the street, I'll just have it on like a podcast if I'm trying to listen for a couple blocks.
Yeah. Do you do the move where you hold
kind
it up
of
to the
power,
ear?
kind of a power move.
I always hold
I'll
it
hold
up
it
to
like
the ear.
kind of close, but you could definitely hear it. I don't know.
I think
I'm kind of into it.
after being in the podcast game for so long, I know that there's so many times where we say something on this show that I would not want somebody to listen to me listening to
Correct.
on speakerphone. So I just always go like right up to the ear with
Yeah,
it.
very, very low.
I mean, I have something that it's probably gonna make me sound like an absolute freak, but I think about this all the time when I'm on public transportation. It's like if I could pick a superpower, it wouldn't be like the greatest superpower in the world, but I wish that I could know what other people are listening to. Like, you ever just look at the people you're on the train with and you're like, what is that person listening
Yeah.
to? What is that person listening to? What is that person listening to? It'd be so interesting.
it would.
I
be.
like that. I've always thought
I'm always just like, what is, like, are they listening to music, listening to podcasts? Like, size them up.
I've thought a cool thing would be if you had that feature if you were in a car on the highway
Yeah.
and you get to know what every other car around
be
you
cool too,
what
yeah.
they have on.
Yes, and then you see the person who's not listening to anything. You're like, stay away from them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, rapist bad. And then we'll go with
Long story short,
Yeah. Long story short.
similar vein, the person that puts their bag on an open seat next to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Had that,
Okay.
I had that next. Good pick.
Okay.
Thanks, Jake.
You guys have a pick.
Should we go with like the worst person ever?
There
Worse
can't be
than
worse than
terrorists and rapists.
We're go-
No, what is
Billy's gonna go with
Joe
No.
Biden.
Bossy
Max, I
women.
like your first one. Would you like to announce it?
Your mic.
My bad. Someone who eats warm food or just smelly food. Food.
Yep. That's a good one. That is a very good one. Okay. What do we want to do?
Joe Biden's not a bad pick. He used to take the train all the time, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Peter King, he's a big train guy.
Huge.
He's
train
always
guy.
half of his football column would be about the Acela.
And Allgash White. I think 4 actually. So I was thinking more. I know it's
Just
an iteration, but
Memes
it's more
has been
the guy
asking to do this
standing.
Mount Rushmore for like a month.
He contributed.
Okay.
I think it's the guy standing. Or we could do number 8. That guy sucks too.
Ooh, 8's bad.
Yep.
4's bad, and you know what?
11's
bad
11.
too.
All right, so we'll go. All right, so our next pick will be the person who doesn't let people get off before they get on. Just doesn't listen to like the most basic rules of decorum, where they're just trying to shove their way on before everyone can get off, and it just fucks up the whole flow.
It jams people up. It creates like the traffic jam goes all the way back to the inside of the train, like the middle of the train.
The worst. All right, and then you.
And then
you
I think I go 8.
Okay. I like that.
We're gonna go huge bike guy.
Huge bike.
The guy that's standing there with his giant bike that he could be riding at
Right.
this exact time, but instead he's choosing to take up space for about 7 or 8 other people that could be on that
It's
train.
like you have the means of transportation.
That's only if it's crowded.
But I mean, this is
public transportation.
Yeah, right. It's pretty much always crowded.
Yeah, so if any of these, you could say if it was like an empty train, no big deal.
Yeah, like if I was on an empty train with a terrorist, it'd be like, well, can only kill one person. I guess I'll skip today.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
not worth his time.
Right.
So our pick.
Yes.
So we're gonna go with aggressive panhandler.
Okay.
Like, it's okay if you're down, like, but if you're aggressive, getting people's faces, like almost shaking them down with the use of intimidation,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah,
That is
does
bad.
suck. That definitely sucks.
There with yelling,
Yep.
the yelling.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I got spat on by a guy.
Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah.
didn't do anything, you pussy.
I didn't. Well, I bucked, and then I took a step back, and I was like, it's not. You know what? It's not worth it.
That's one of those moments where it's like, oh man, I would fuck someone up who spit on me, and then when it happens in reality, you just don't do anything.
You're just shocked.
Because
by
you're
what
just like,
happened.
what? I don't want to do anything here. There's nothing I can do. Okay. Hank, last pick.
My last pick, when I used to live in Williamsburg, there was always entertainers because it's a long subway ride from the Williamsburg stop to the Manhattan. So people, like the entertainers, would basically just get on, go to Manhattan, and then go back reverse because it's like a 10-minute stop. You can do like kind of a performance.
Right.
So I dealt with this a lot. And some people are good. I enjoy the people that dance, even though they borderline. You're like, maybe this person's gonna kick someone in the face. Like
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. Maybe they're doing some cool shit. It's fun.
The hat
But-
guy that's always bouncing the hat around.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that
Like
guy.
I have no problem with that. I enjoy it. It's a nice little mix up. End of day work. Like you get a little entertainment. But by far the worst is a bad singer.
Yeah.
Like someone who
Yeah.
comes on and they're just going through the motions. They'll sing for like 2 seconds, then walk around expecting money, or they're just bad. Like they're not doing it to entertain. They're just doing it because they think they can,
Bad entertainers, yeah.
panhandle and just get a little money, and it's just like it's brutal. So,
Yeah.
bad singers, or when they're singing right next to you and you like have your headphones in and it's like you can't even hear your music.
Yeah.
You can't block them out.
Yeah.
I agree with that. We had that on our list as well. Mm-hmm. I think we talked about this on the show one time about how some of our biggest fears are we end up in a viral video.
Oh
where
yeah,
it's,
that's mine.
it's like a world-class musician
Yep.
playing the most expensive violin ever created, and people just walking past them and not paying attention. And then you end up on the internet, be like, look what society has become. Look at all these assholes.
Yes.
And then you're one of those guys.
Yeah. That does suck.
I think that might have been on like Irrational Fears Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
That I think about constantly.
yeah. Yeah.
I'll just stop and stand there for 2 minutes just in case.
All right. So what do we miss? So you had backpack on the seat guy. I think there's a different one, a cousin of that. It's big backpack guy when you're standing, and they don't do the thing where they put
Yep.
it in front. That sucks. That always sucks. Memes texted gay Spanish guy who takes acid and starts pretending to touch people. Then the guy he pretends to touch beats the shit out of him, making a huge scene.
What?
That seems pretty
So which
specific.
one? So both of them?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's going after the guy that got beat up.
Yeah.
Memes?
Yeah,
that's
we didn't
what he
use
said.
that one.
No, we didn't use that one.
I
think that has to have been a meme.
I don't know.
He said it's all from personal experience.
Oh, okay.
The person who pushes you in front of a moving train in season 2 of a TV show because your DC politics blog is getting too close to figuring out your plan to go from House Whip to president.
Mm-hmm.
That guy sucks. Probably sucks in real life, too.
Spoiler, House of Cards. We can't watch it anymore. Guy who jumps in front of the train and delays everyone.
So that happened 3 days in a row on the PATH train.
A guy died.
The same guy?
Different
that guy
guys.
sucks.
Am I not right, Hank? It was ridiculous. That's how Hank and I ended up on the ferry.
Yeah, some comedian had a bit about it where it was just like, that's how cold people in New York are. Is like they'll come over the over the intercom, being like, "Yeah, we have an incident. Someone has jumped in front of the train," and it was like, "Damn, fuck, I'm gonna miss my meeting." It's like, yeah, someone died.
Maybe if they were more considerate in life.
Yeah.
What about the guy that yawns really loudly and strangely on a train?
Mm-hmm.
Probably tired.
Yeah. The Mets fan that screams.
We
if you don't
forgot
want to deal
the
with that
biggest
person,
one.
don't take public transportation.
Yeah.
Jerk off guy.
Oh,
guy
yeah.
jerking off in the middle of the subway.
I kind of like that.
That's how you officially become
that on the list.
That's how you become a New Yorker. Is the first time you encounter a jerk off guy?
Yeah.
And it doesn't phase you.
No.
You don't become a New Yorker until it doesn't phase you. Because I remember the first time, and I was like, "Whoa!" And then during COVID, there was like a dude who I'm pretty sure just jerked off every day at the corner of our office, and I'd just see him every day. Just be like, "All right, cool."
I was out.
Do your thing.
I was out for a run. This was like a year ago. I may have told you about this. And I come around the corner, and there's a guy that's standing on the sidewalk.
You came around the corner?
Yeah, Billy. I came around the corner. So I was out for a jog. I was coming around the corner, and this guy looks at me. It's kind of a secluded spot that he's in, so it's not like a super public part of the road. And he looks at me, and he's surprised because I'm coming around the corner. And he's like, "Oh no," because he's nutting. He's starting to nut just as I come around the corner. And I stop. I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I run, and I hear his sperm hit the cardboard box that's in front of him. It was fucking disgusting. I don't think as many years as you can live in New York, that will never be. You'll never be desensitized to hearing another man come.
No, definitely not. I guess this would be related to the guy who's masturbating is PDA people. People who are just making out in everyone's face. What else we have? Oh, I did say the big Mets fan. Both literally and figuratively, who just screams at everyone whenever there's a delay.
Yep, incompetent.
Not anyone specific, but that guy.
Let's see, who else do we have?
I do love that guy.
The one he did the other day, like I just respect his like lack of giving a fuck. Where it got delayed and he just whipped out his cell phone and was screaming, and like there's people like from me and Jake's distance, and he was like panning around, like people. It's awkward.
We're all in this
It's
together.
awkward to pull your cell phone out and like start talking and ranting. Like usually you try and do it somewhere privately. Like he just busted his phone out, was just like screaming.
State of New Jersey Transit. We got one train stuck here. We got one train stuck here. We got one train stuck here. And the board does not have you any announcements. It just says the 1025 is coming in 3 minutes. It's been saying that for 30 minutes. The 1041 is coming in 40 minutes. The 1044 is coming in 5 minutes. Not like you can hear any announcement. They don't tell you. They don't care. They say, "Oh, we're sorry for the inconvenience." They are never sorry for the inconvenience. This is New Jersey Transit. This is the worst run system in the world. We pay, it's expensive, and nobody gives a flying fuck.
And the people were just standing there like, "Hello?"
Yeah, right. Like we're all just stuck here. This sucks. Yeah. Body odor guy.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Smelly person.
Terrible. I think that was it for our whole list. Oh, the guy. Oh, the person who just doesn't know how to ride the train and doesn't hold on, and then you get a stop and they just like fucking
domino.
Yeah,
tourists.
They just hit everyone like a bowling ball.
I do that, but like I brace my feet because I don't want to touch the poles,
oh my
especially during COVID.
Jake, so you are that guy.
But I don't fly.
You go
I
surfing.
Prepare.
You go swag subway surfing.
But you
All the
definitely
way
fly
down
sometimes.
No.
Really?
I've never flown.
Okay.
No.
All right.
You're going to. You just jinx yourself.
Yep.
You announcers jinx
It's
yourself.
definitely going to happen.
We'll see, yeah.
I used to have a big problem differentiating tourist and terrorist when I was much younger, and I used to use them in the wrong places.
What were you talking about, like last month? Much younger?
No, like I was like younger. I'd
Like
be
the words.
Like, are those tourists or terrorists? And I'd point it. Yeah, when I was younger.
Wait,
it was really bad.
Are you saying you didn't know the difference between the words, or you saw somebody like a tourist with a map and a camera, and you're like, they're a terrorist?
I would mix it up because they're kind of easy to mix up. Tourist, terrorist.
Also, I can understand, like, my son is now at the age where he's like just says stuff out loud. Like we saw Twins the other day, and he just like said out loud, like, "What are those?"
I like that. I like that.
I'm just like, okay, cool. So yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying, Billy.
Yeah.
I used to ride the bus with my grandmother sometimes, and there were some nuns on the bus, and she told me that they were witches.
Ooh,
that was good. That fucked me up for a few years.
Yeah, fucking Roald Dahl's Witches movie, that fucked me up for I watched that way too young.
That's probably why I hate Sister Jean, actually.
Yeah, dude. I think I saw that movie when I was like 7, and that movie is not for 7-year-olds.